Ladies and gentlemen,
Here we go.
I swear to God,
Good start.
For the two people who are watching. We are not drunk. Austin decided to make a comment at the very beginning. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Mugs and Chugs Lounge here on the Lounge Room Network. I'm Juan. You can find me at Lounge Room Prez 1. I'm here with Luke. You can follow him at lberry_40. Our friend Jared at Mr. Smith 8201. And of course, the one and only Austin at Pod Guy Feud. Remember to follow the page at Mugs Chugs Lounge. And give the network a follow at Lounge Room Net. Again, we are not intoxicated. I swear to God. One of us might be a little bit high, but we're not drunk. And no, it is not me, for those who are wondering. Gentlemen, happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a good day thus far. Hope you guys all have a good weekend, of course, once we are done here. We have a different kind of episode tonight. This is not a across-the-board similar beer. Tonight we are doing a BYOB edition, bring your own beer edition to the Mugs and Chugs page. All four of us tonight have a different beer that we're going to be reviewing and sampling, of course, for you all here tonight. So we'll just basically go around the room and we'll see what all of us are drinking here tonight. And of course, if you are tuning in on the live stream, drop your comments. What are you all having tonight to drink? Of course, we are always very curious to see. Yes, it is Friday night, so of course we hope that you guys are all cracking open some beers, pouring some drinks. I see Adam's in the comments already saying that he has his seltzers ready. And no, I am not hammered. I swear to God, I am not drunk. I'm actually 100% sober. I'm the most sober person you've ever met in your entire life, right? In this moment, will I be later? Who knows?
No,
also, for those who don't, and then for those who don't know, I will actually be visiting Wrigley Field tomorrow, so I will definitely not be sober for that. Will I burn and sit? Yes, first time ever.
Whoa, first time ever.
First time ever inside of Wrigley.
Wow.
I've been obviously.
You've been outside. Yeah,
I've been outside, but I haven't been inside. So
you'll enjoy it.
You will. Let's just hope no one pukes. Let's hope no one pukes on me first, and then we can talk about it.
Seats or bleachers?
It's like the Maker's Mark Lounge or like a club area in there. I don't know. I'm just here.
Yeah, fancy. He's fancy.
BP Anderson 985. The non-biased review is incoming. I will go live for that tomorrow, depending on how intoxicated I am.
Yeah.
And
let's just gonna make his own cup snake.
Just he'll have his own. He doesn't care how much it costs.
Just 25 beers.
Yeah,
catch
20
me.
cups
Oh
in.
God, I'm gonna look at my bank account on Sunday morning, and I'm probably gonna cry. I mean,
just don't look at your bank account Sunday morning.
Oh Jesus Christ! All right,
let's go clarify something.
Yes.
If an individual makes a cup snake, is it just a wizard staff at that point?
What?
What's
a
You never
wizard?
played that game?
Gandalf.
You never played that game?
No. What is the game?
Wizard staff is just like you drink all day, and each beer you get, you tape together, and you make a huge wand. I can't believe you guys have never played wizard staff.
I actually have no idea what that is. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really in the business of stacking,
maybe it's a PA thing. I don't
cups.
know.
And
I'm about to drink my beer early. Luke has got me wanting to just crack my beer already. Like I should have had.
Yeah. I mean, I have a wizard staff already.
We're gonna go around the room here before we get too off topic. Austin, I'm gonna let you go first, bud. What are you drinking tonight? It's a beautiful Friday night in Illinois. What are you sipping on this fine?
In honor of my buddy AJ's birthday, which was last week, I'm gonna do his favorite beer, Goose Island IPA.
Quack.
Sure. Stay in Chicago, staying local. It's a tall boy. 5.9% alcohol. Jared, I'm going to ask you, 55 IBU, what does that mean? Do you know?
So IBU is International Bitterness Unit.
Okay.
Right? So 55 is pretty low. So
okay.
Goose Island's IPA, that's their flagship IPA is, when you're in the 40 to 50 range, that's pretty standard for a regular IPA. you can dip your toe in the water and drink that beer and not you drink it and be like not. If you drink IPAs, that's just a middle of the road standard IPA at 55 IBUs. The low side of IBUs would be like 38 to 40. A lot
Is that more of like a light beer?
Yeah, like your pale ales and IPAs blend in line, right? So at 55 IBUs, that's a real easy IPA to drink. So if you get 70 plus, 70, 80, 80, 90, I mean, there you don't see a lot that's in the 90 range unless you're getting a hardcore, West Coast. It's usually called Soul Crusher or something because it's going to let you know, like, it's going to punch you in the face. But 55 is a pretty right down the middle of the road. That you can drink that IPA and drink it all day long, and it's not going to, the hop bite is not going to hit you too hard. So that's a pretty standard rating for that.
Awesome. I love Jared on the show. That is, I never knew that. I'm very happy. I could just ask you what it means. Ryan, what's up, buddy?
Shout out to Ryan. Yeah, he's a cool
Ryan,
dude.
my guy.
Ryan, yeah, he's
good to see him. All right, so we're gonna we used to do pop, smell, taste, but you already know Goose Island IPA. I'm sure a lot of you have had it before. What does it look like?
That one's available pretty much everywhere you go. So if you haven't had it, definitely drink it if you want to drink IPAs. That one's
small glass, so I can't do the good pour, but
that's the second Goose Island we've had on the show. That's
a pretty smooth looking IPA there.
Juan, we need to make Mugs Chugs Lounge drinkware and get all.
Oh my God! Like actual glasses to test the beer in each show would be amazing.
We have
to do that.
Yes, we will do that. No one in the live comments or who's watching take our idea because that's ours. Yes, we will definitely get on that. Yes.
Cool.
Right now we have
merch
it recorded.
Mugs and Chugs merch coming soon.
That'd be some fun merch.
Spoiler alert.
All right, cool. I'm gonna give it a try. No, it's all good. I love the discussion. What, Luke?
Luke? I was just going to say, drink it. Give us a rating. Let's hear it.
I love you. Just hammered it down.
Oh, you finished.
Yeah, you got to finish. You got to finish. You got to finish the glass anytime you pour it out. But yeah, I mean, I love Goose Island. Anything. I love the Goose Island IPA. It's super. If you're not an IPA fan, you got to go Goose Island because but you want to have an IPA. I think Goose Island. Super smooth, super easy to have, very fruity, delicious. I mean, I got to give it like a 7.5. It's one of my favorite beers in general, but definitely one of my favorite IPAs. It's delicious. And it's again, super smooth.
7.5 for the Quack Island. Okay.
Yeah. Goose Island, Chicago born, baby. We got to show them some love.
So Austin, I don't know if you saw our episode the other week. I did the Goose Island Sheets combo. They made the milkshake IPA, the banana strawberry. If you can find that, you have to try it. It was really good.
Wow. Okay.
Like I said, it might only be
like a lot going on, but that's amazing. Okay. Well, yeah, because Sheets isn't out here, but I'll have to try it next time I'm out there.
Oh, yes. In the comments,
all right.
Short Sniper Juan. Sorry, to interrupt you. The Short Sniper is my little brother, Jacob Mullet Jake.
Yes.
Is his cousin.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So yes, Short Sniper. Yes, I am very well aware of who your cousin is. I was actually just with him on June 26th at my best friend's wedding. He was actually one of the groomsmen with me. So yes, I am very well aware of who Jake, of who he is, and
wow,
cool. He's a cool
friend.
Yes, he's a cool dude.
And I saw it. And
with him.
The world is so small. Like
small world.
Yep. Picture with my brothers, like crazy.
Yes,
that's hilarious.
Again, I know.
Yep, very
small world.
That is hilarious.
Yes, very small world, and yes, Short Sniper. Hopefully, one day, I'll meet you too. It's a small world, and I'm sure it'll happen. But
absolutely.
Halloween, we all gotta go. Let's go.
Halloween, yes. Jared, open invite.
Are you coming, Jared? Oh yeah. Are you coming?
I will tell you. I will tell you. I can't do Halloween this year because my little girl will murder me because Halloween is her favorite.
Understandable.
Holiday, so I gotta be here. But next time I come home, I'm flying into Milwaukee. My little brothers are all gonna be there, and we're gonna come and meet up with Juan. So
sweet.
I'll be flying into Milwaukee before I go back home.
We'll make it happen. We will make it happen. Luke,
yes,
you are up, man. Let's see what beer you're drinking tonight, sir.
So this has been a long time coming. I think since the OG beer reviews, I've been talking about this to you guys. I am drinking Purple Monkey Dishwasher. Right? You be a hipster unless you name the beer something so stupid. You cannot be a hipster unless you have it. I will say though, it's a really great beer. It's a chocolate peanut butter porter, and I'll defer to Jared to tell us what the difference between a stout and a porter is, because I think you'll probably give a much better definition than I will. But Evil Genius is a small Philadelphia brewery, and I actually found this up in Boston. So they're making their way up the East Coast, which is great to see. They're getting more popular. All their beers have funky names, and I really like them. But this is personally one of my favorite beers ever. So while I pour this, I'll let Jared give the audience here a difference between a porter and a stout.
So here's the deal. So anytime that you have a darker beer, depending on how the beer is brewed, there's chocolate malt. Usually a chocolate malt is used. Chocolate malt has a darker color on it than malt used in lighter beers. So the biggest difference is usually stouts are going to be higher in ABV. Your stouts, for the most part, are going to be above 7%. Your porters are going to range anywhere between 5.5 and the high side of 6.8 or 7%. Your porters generally don't get above that unless they're imperial, which then they're aged a little bit longer to allow the fermentation process to increase the sugar content to have a higher alcohol produce. The biggest deal though is the malts in stouts are roasted, which are going to give your stouts automatically that coffee, dark, bitter chocolate flavor, right? So whereas the porters, you're just usually using like the chocolate malt base just to give it the coloring. And you're still going to get, like in porters, you're still going to get that coffee and chocolate taste. In stouts, you're going to get a much heavier presence of like black, like almost sometimes burnt coffee, depending on the style of stout that you're drinking. So the biggest difference is ABV, higher alcohol in your stouts for the most part. And then the malt itself is going to be roasted to a larger degree in the stout, which is going to give it that stout base. That's pretty much the biggest difference there. Porters and stouts are great for adjuncts and flavorings. He's drinking chocolate peanut butter. Here at Gnarly Barley, the brewery that I work for, we do a peanut butter porter with it. We do a peanut butter jelly, maple coffee. I mean, you can do dark beers are a playground for flavors. But again, the biggest difference between the stout and the porter is that generally higher ABV for the stout, and also the malts are going to be roasted to a larger degree to create that larger body and that bitter roasty flavor.
Awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, so this beer is a porter, so it's definitely a little bit sweeter than most of your stouts would be, I think. And it was great. This is right in that range, like you said.
Real quick, we appreciate.
I was just going to say
live banners, real quick. Juan with the live banners.
Oh yes,
beautiful work. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah. So these are 6.7%. So right within that range of what you said. When I poured it, it had a nice kind of fluffy top to it, but it quickly dissipated. The smell of it right away.
Anytime you have an adjunct in your beer, your carbonation, when beers are judged, they have lacing, right? You'll see the beer, some of the heavier beer, IPAs, you'll see the lacing on the glass where the foam kind of sticks to the glass. Generally, anytime there's an adjunct in the beer, your foam will dissipate quickly just because depend like chocolates and peanut butters and things like that. So the chocolate in that beer is probably real with the addition of cacao nibs. The peanut butter, you can't put real peanut butter actually in a beer. That is probably a syrup or a concentrate. So, but we even tell people, when there's peanut butter in beer, you can't, people are like, am I allergic to it? Will I break out? We tell people, peanut butter, if you're allergic to peanuts, you probably shouldn't drink it because we can't tell you what's in the flavoring and the concentrate of the syrup, but it is what it is. But like I said, the more adjuncts you have in the beer, the less head retention you're going to have.
Yeah. And so the first thing you kind of,
sorry, go ahead, Luke. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, first thing you get, you really get that peanut butter smell. And then the first thing you taste in your palate is just like silky peanut butter taste. Like the beer, I don't know how to describe it. It's not very carbonated. It goes down very smooth. Like I would describe it as silky as you drink it. And then kind of as you swallow it more, you get more of that chocolate flavor and then a little bit of those kind of burnt notes at the very end of it. So a lot of peanut butter hits you at first, and then as it goes down, you get more chocolate and more of those like stouty porter, darker beer flavors to finish it off. So overall, I think it's a pretty fantastic beer, and like I said, silky as you drink it is the best way I could describe it. What were you going to say, Austin?
Well, I was going to say it's interesting that hearing Jared talk about all this, like you see the stouts and kind of even the porters sometimes have the craziest flavors. Like I've seen like a maple breakfast beer, like just the crazy beers. Because as he said, you could do so much with the flavors. So that's very interesting to kind of hear all that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think some are trying to do too much with the flavors, honestly. But I really like this just because, like I said, you get there's 3 basic flavors as you drink it.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, you get the chocolate, and then you get the finish of like your darker beer. This is really one of my favorite beers overall from everything. I would give this a 9.2 in all honesty.
That better be your highest rating ever.
Really good.
Ooh.
I can't wait to try it.
You've
been talking about this for like
I think it's
year.
It's one of my favorite beers ever. It really is. It's fantastic.
Say that and ask Juan. And I told you this last time we talked. I sent Juan, the reason why when I first sent him Gnarly Barley beer, I sent him Gnarly Barley Peanut Butter Korova. It is by far, it's the only variant that we can of our original Korova milk porter. And it tastes like liquid Reese's peanut butter cups in a glass.
That is facts. That is all facts. Very good.
And so now that I know that you like chocolate, now yours is chocolate peanut butter, a different level to it with the chocolate in there. But I'm going to send you guys all some of this peanut butter Korova the next time we can and let you try it because it is.
I'm a sucker for peanut butter alcohol.
It is some amazing. It is some of the best beer. Amazing. Some of the best beer you'll have. It is so good, and I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be extra with this. It's really good. Really quickly. So Luke's beer review 9.2, as you can see all on the screen. Got some comments coming in. My friend Liam, who's down in Naperville. Saying hi to Liam here, the Will. He's a good dude. We talk on Twitter every once in a while. He's saying now that he's I got into bourbon after craft beer. Obviously bourbon's a good choice. I actually have some bourbon over here. Luke was saying that the bourbon that I have makes him vomit, but
Luke, Luke's favorite bourbon is the peanut butter bourbon too. So Luke's a big peanut butter guy. I'm a big peanut butter. I had that peanut butter bourbon. It's delicious. So yeah.
Which bourbon are you talking about?
The peanut butter whiskey you were talking about, right? Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
Screwball.
I personally never had peanut butter whiskey. I think you were telling me about it.
Oh, that's.
I never had that.
Was I really?
I never had
Zone. I didn't need that told him about it because I know I had it.
Austin's over here like
Spin Zone. Woo.
Every beer is a breakfast beer
if
you drink it early enough. I'm gonna,
and find Screwball.
The peanut butter whiskey you can have straight. It is amazing. Yeah, It's amazing.
I'm gonna put that quote up on my in my kitchen. Every beer is a breakfast beer if you drink it early enough. Thank you, Short Sniper.
And a cute little girly sign.
And then right underneath it, live, laugh, love.
Yeah. What are you saying, Jared?
That's my little brother. So I trained him well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you did. All right, fellas. Hey, I gotta hop off. But next time I'll be on the full time. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait for future episodes. This was awesome. So I appreciate it and can't wait to watch Juan and Jared's beers. So appreciate you guys, and I'm excited for our next review.
Absolutely. Well, thanks a lot, Austin, and we will
see you, fellas.
We'll catch you next time.
Absolutely. This was a riot. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, buddy.
All right. Well, I'm trying to get through all these comments. I have a lot of comments on my end over here. So Will is over here. Koval bourbon is is from Minnesota is really good. You want to kill me if you want to kill him with the hangover. Yes. I'm going to review my beer next year because when I think of craft brewery, right? I personally normally think of basically obviously Wisconsin, Illinois, Northeast, out in Pennsylvania, in Michigan. But I really don't think about craft beer in an area like Kansas City, right? And the beer that I have tonight is from a brewery called Boulevard Brewing, and they are out in KC. And this beer it's a grapefruit wheat hazy American classic. Apparently, according to the can here, it's a very very simple can. It's black and I have another beer here. I probably won't review this one, but this is just another one. Kind of share that same, the same design when it comes to the, the design of the can. So, yes, this grapefruit beer, as you can look and see, beautiful
definitely
color.
Unfiltered.
Yes, very
Definitely.
beautiful color. It's like a nice golden. It almost looks like orange juice. I feel like a lot of these beers that I'm picking up just look like OJ.
Well, whenever they have that puree in there, yeah, the fruit is
yeah, and I feel like a lot of people hear like these citrusy flavors like grapefruit and like lime or lemon, and they don't want to drink the beer because they think it's going to be really acidic or it's going to be really bitter. It's not going to be good, but I don't know. Like I was trying this earlier, and it's not as sour or bitter as you would think. Like how a grapefruit is. I'm just gotta.
Isn't that the main ingredient in Goose Island as well? Isn't that like their main flavor profile is a grapefruit IPA? Is that right?
I believe so. And this, it's basically a glass of orange juice, grapefruit juice. That's literally what this is. If you wanted to make like beer mosas, you can literally just buy a 12-pack of these and you don't have to do anything with it.
What's
literally
the
ABV this is gonna run a this is a 4.4%. It is it's a light beer.
That borderlines on session, right? So when you're in the low 4s, that's a session beer. That's pool beer.
I could chug this right now. I could chug this. This is so good. This is so good.
That's a good summer beer, probably, right?
It is a fantastic summer beer. And the interesting part is that we have a tailgate coming up here in about 2 weeks, and I actually might have to pick up a pack of these because holy shit, these are really good beers. This is fantastic. Again, Kansas City, they're out at it's Boulevard Brewing Company. If you're ever out there in that area, please go and check them out. Obviously, just with this one, I can tell they make excellent beers. I would probably give this one a 9.2 as well. Actually, I'm actually gonna go 9.3. Only because I have a soft spot for like citrusy beers. Again, a lot of people don't like them. I think a lot of people get turned off by the sound or the name, and if there's like a grapefruit flavor or a crazy like orange flavor, it's just like not something people want to drink. But I personally love beers like this. I'll drink beers that have freaking like serrano peppers in them, like jalapeno spicy beers. Like there's one that's made in Flossmoor, Illinois, that I'll review someday again. I love it. I mean, there's nothing better than this beer right now. I'm actually like, I am in shock actually of how delicious this beer is right now.
I will tell you something, man. Boulevard Brewing is one of the best breweries in the country. They have, if you like dark beers, they have a series called Smokestack, and they are some of the best beers, dark beers. They have barrel-aged beer. I will tell you, if you're in the Midwest and you can get your hands on anything Boulevard, just like Juan said, with a grapefruit wheat, which is not generally their wheelhouse. They're known for doing really complex beers. Boulevard they're one of the better breweries in the country. So
and while you were just giving that beautiful explanation, I just went ahead and
I saw it. That's what you're doing. You're the chug master.
Jared,
this is
how would you say Boulevard stacks up versus Treehouse?
Totally different in what their wheelhouse is. Treehouse is known for hazy New England style IPAs. They are probably in the top 3 New England style IPA brewers in the country, where Boulevard is known for their stout, their imperial stouts, barrel-aged stout, darker beers. Now, they make a wide spectrum of beer, but if you know people that seek out and collect Boulevard beers, they're going for things like their Smokestack series and for things that are they're big, heavy. They think of a flavor variant that you can put in a beer and put it in a barrel. They do it. We don't get them down here in Louisiana. I usually have them mule to me. Like people will bring me beer. I get 1 or 2, maybe 3 a year of some really heavy duty stuff. But they are excellent at what they do. Like I said, different wheelhouses. Treehouses, I mean, Treehouse, Trillium, those guys, they're the upper echelon of making hazy New England style IPAs. And that's Heady Topper, those beers, those styles of beer. You actually probably just named the top 3, and they're all on the East Coast for that style.
Yeah, they're all very close to me. Treehouse just opened up actually, and I'm still waiting to get over there, but it's been insane. I mean, it's always insane there, but it's been really insane since they opened back up.
Trillium just opened up.
When I get there,
a Canton location, and it is unbelievable. Go to Trillium if you're an IPA fan. Go to Trillium's website, and they do a drone flyover of their new Canton location. It is probably one of the most gorgeous. It's a beer campus. It looks like it's unbelievable. I can't wait to go there.
That's exactly what Treehouse is like that too.
Treehouse is there. It's like modern architecture. It's beautiful. I mean, it's
crazy.
I mean, if anybody watching this, you ever come down to Gnarly Barley, we're literally in this old warehouse, where it started, and we're kind of like, we're just like it's crazy because you see these brand new modern facilities that are just, built for hundreds and hundreds of people. And we're like little guy. I mean, we pump out amazing beer, but I see these facilities and how they're growing. And it's a prop to the craft beer world because they're destinations now. We got these big companies going to different cities.
Exactly.
And they have different, I mean, it's a destination. And I saw this location for Trillium in Canton, and it is high on my list to go and visit. It's an absolute gem. I mean, I looked at how much money they put into this tap room is unbelievable. So, but I'm getting ready. Look, Juan, I know you scored your beer.
If you ever come up to New England, we will make sure we hit all of the places we just named. Opening plate whenever you will. So
it's already. I already told my wife now that we're all friends and we have different areas of the country. Where you live is my number one. Asheville, North Carolina, and where you live are my 2 number 1 spots to go. It's what I do for a living, so I'm going to write it off as a business expense.
Oh yeah. Well, without further ado, I'm gonna let you take it away. You're on a roll right now. I'm gonna let you take it away.
So I'm so thirsty. I've been waiting to crack this beer, watching you guys sit there drink beers. I got this beer. Actually, brought my little brother Landon, who is short sniper here, brought me this beer of a brewery previously I have never had. The brewery is called Ouzelfinch. Which is in Fort Monroe, Virginia. So I'll show you the can. It's called Party Dinosaur.
Oh,
this is a smoothie sour. Okay, so this is a Goza, which is just to give everybody an idea of what we're drinking. A Goza is a German-style tart ale, always brewed with sea salt. You can find standard Gozas where it's just the German ale. With a sea salt addition to it, which can be light and crisp and refreshing. The trend now, though, is to, just like with Juan is saying with grapefruit, is to put citrus or a flavoring in the Goza. So you have like the sweet with the salty. This one is crazy. It's a Goza with apple, caramel, cinnamon, sea salt, vanilla, and lactose. So it is essentially a caramel apple beer. And I'm super excited. I've been saving this one, when Juan said, hey, dude, let's do a review. So now that I'm going to pour it, right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the brewery. Fort Monroe, Virginia, an old decommissioned military base that in 2016, the owner of the brewery took over and thought it was an awesome space to build a brewery. The story behind the name Ouzelfinch is there was a general in the American military in the early 1900s that got hammered on beer or whiskey and said he saw some kind of a crazy looking bird that was kind of like the dodo bird, right? And all the people in his command made fun of him and made a statue of this bird based on how he described it, and they called it the Ouzelfinch. And it's in history in Virginia, and so the guys that started this brewery decided to call the brewery Ouzelfinch in honor of this dude getting hammered and telling everybody that he saw this crazy monster bird. So super cool there. So we're gonna go ahead and pour it. And
so another nice bright beer.
Yeah, super bright. I was actually
all of the colors on these beers so far have just been, absolutely beautiful.
Right?
I don't know if it's maybe
Except for mine's black. Mine was just there's no color to it. It was just freaking darkness.
So
I don't think we saw that. But okay, sorry, keep going, Jared. I'm sorry.
Don't mind my dirty glass bubbles everywhere. I was drinking a beverage out of this before I poured this one, so I tried to rinse it the best I could. We have a hashtag called DGM, which is Dirty Glass Mafia, where if you ever post a dirty glass, I'm actually ashamed of myself right now. I should have known better to rinse my glass. But anyway, the glass is clean. I promise you. I was just drinking out of it before. So anyway, so as you can see, kind of like Juan's beer, right? It has that orangish color. The lactose on this doesn't look super heavy. So let's go for smell. If it's caramel apple, I'm interested in the nose. Let's get a little ABV note on this one really quick because the alcohol 6.5%, a little bit less than the 6.7 that Luke was drinking there. So I will tell you with Gozas, you're never going to get, even if it's sweet, the base sour is always kind of funky, and the sea salt, they always kind of overwhelm your nose. If you smell a Goza or a sour, the souring, either lactobacillus or Brettanomyces are the two major souring agents used in these type of beers. They're always going to take over your senses. Very rarely will you get when you smell a peanut butter or if you smell the grapefruit in a wheat style beer. The souring agent usually takes over the nose because it smells kind of funky, right? And the sea salt is always really heavy on Goza. So don't ever think that you're going to get a big quaff of like sweet taste, right? It's usually in the flavor. So let's go ahead and take a drink and see what we're talking about here. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Sour for sure.
Can I ask you a question, Jared? As you're taking in the taste on the palate there, you mentioned like a caramel apple taste, right? Yeah. What kind of apple are you tasting?
This is definitely green apple.
Oh yeah, is it like a Granny Smith?
I was gonna say, is it a Granny Smith? Is it a Jonathan apple? Because I know those are a little more on the bitter side, right?
This is definitely green. This is green apple all the way. That's actually the first thing you taste. It is green apple tart.
That is so cool.
Sour beers are one thing that I haven't really gotten into too much. I don't know why. They're all the rage right now. Everybody wants Berliner. Berliner Weiss is the number one selling. We just released a passion fruit Berliner. We released a cherry Berliner last week. We released 2 weeks ago. We just released a passion fruit Berliner today. It is all the rage. It's what everybody wants because, and I'm not trying to like single out and say that women don't drink beer, but if you're bringing your wife into a brewery, and kind of what we were talking about before when Juan was saying that, hey, people don't want to taste the actual beer. They want citrus or Berliner. A Berliner Weiss is the easiest style of beer, sour beer to drink. This is a Goza. Not many people will be like, ooh, God, salt and sour. I don't know if I like that, right? I don't know if I like that. So that's not like the introductory level that you bring people into. Goza. Berliner, though, which is mildly tart and usually heavily fruited. So we did a cherry, and then we did passion fruit this week, which is a little more tart than cherry. But dude, Berliner Weisses are the number one. They are the most requested beer. We crush stouts and IPAs every summertime. It's hot. It going back to what Juan was saying. It's citrusy, and I get the Granny Smith green apple, and I get vanilla, caramel. The caramel and cinnamon, I don't get it all. I don't get any cinnamon whatsoever. This beer is not, I wouldn't say exactly fresh, so sometimes that stuff kind of falls off. Cinnamon doesn't really carry over into beer anyway. It's just one of those things where you kind of put it in there just to make the flavor style. Caramel may show up as it warms a little bit, but this one is, I feel like normally with cinnamon, it's better as like an accessory. Like if you do like a cinnamon sugar rim or something like that, might help a beer. But actually putting it in there is very hard to taste. I can't normally pick it out.
This
like
is
indistinguishable.
like, you ever had an apple pie, and like when you take a bite of the apple pie, you get like one of the apples is still not all the way baked and it's still kind of tart. You're usually using green apples, right? In apple pie. Like, it's crazy because you get the green apple and then the salt, and then it finishes with the vanilla. It's a good beer. It's the lactose makes it kind of creamy, right? So this is not one that you're going to sit and drink 4 or 5 of them. You're going to have 1 or 2 and you're going to move on. As far as the style goes, I will tell you, this is actually really, really good. It's not overwhelmingly sour. The salt isn't too much. Don't take me wrong. I'm going to give this an 8.4. It is a really good beer. I think that if somebody was breaking in and said, hey, I want to try something that has a little bit of a dessert note to it, and I don't mind the salt aspect of it, of trying the Goza, everybody would really, if you like sour or tart, you would like this beer. This is one that there's probably like 12 different versions. So Party Dinosaur, there's like 12 different versions of it. They do like blackberry, blueberry. I saw one that was like a strudel, where they did like a cherry cobbler type deal. There's so many different variants. This just happened to be the one that we got. This is a really good beer. But this is one that I'm like, hey, I drank it and I would probably move on to the next one. But still, it breaks the 8s. So 8.4, lip smacking good. But I would probably have 1 or 2 and then I would move on to something else. Still good though.
Always the
we gave everything a really high score tonight. I'm impressed. Yeah, I think we're giving people the wrong precedent that we're generous.
Not generous though. Well, okay, look, you gotta look at you just drank one of your favorite beers ever. Austin
I know.
Drank
I'm just
a flagship IPA that everybody can drink. Look, Goose Island IPA is a great dip your toe in the water. And I'll tell you something. What Juan just drank, grapefruit, wheat, anything. There's a beer that if you ever go to Florida or Alabama, it's called Schopenhofer, and it's a grapefruit wheat, and you can only get it in like 2 states. Like Epcot and Disney sells it. I used to work for a package store, and when everybody goes to Disney World, I get 30 phone calls a week for it, and it's like 4.2 or 4%. His is like 4.4. They're unbelievable beers. You can drink 1 million of them, not die, and everybody wants to drink them. They're delicious. So I think we're just drinking beers that are super relatable to everybody, which is great. That's what we want to do. We don't want to drink a beer and be like, yeah, I would like this beer. I only like this beer. You'll hate it. I'm gonna get crazy. I got some stuff I'm saving. Once we get some people in here, I want the beer nerds to attack us. Like, I want you to be like, oh, you guys just give high. We're not Dave Portnoy. We're not Dave Portnoy giving out pizza reviews over here. We're drinking beers that we want everybody else to try if you can get your hands on them. And I think that's the
exactly
good thing. Now, believe me, if I ever drink a beer, I've never tasted this until right now. I literally cracked it and drank it, and I think a lot of people would enjoy it. But if I ever drink a beer and it is terrible, I'll let you know, because there's a lot of them out there.
I normally try and stay true to that on the show as well, where I'll try a new beer on the show that I haven't had before. Mm-hmm. I just so happened to pick these up when I was in PA last week and had it in my fridge. So
now is your beer distributed? I've never seen that company before. What's the name of the company?
Evil Genius.
Evil
Genius.
I'm thinking Evil Twin.
So
I will tell you right
it's
now.
A brewery.
I will tell you right now that I tried to look for that last year in Milwaukee, and I could not find it anywhere.
And see, this beer is distributed
like I said,
in Florida, and that's where my little brother got it for me. It was in Florida, so it's on the East Coast. Where I can't get it here, but he got it in Florida. So,
yeah.
Go ahead, Luke.
Well, I was just going to say, before this was PA only, when I wanted to try it last year, and like I said, I recently saw some of their beers up here in Massachusetts, so I know they're growing as a brand, which is good to see. Obviously, seeing the local brand get a little bit bigger, 3-4 states away. So if it keeps spreading, who knows? Maybe it'll get to you guys one day. But if not, I can definitely send you a care package. And I definitely think we need to send each other some local beer sometime, just a little trade off.
If the government is listening, we are not sending beer in the mail. I promise.
No, we're sending socks.
Yes,
right.
yes. That's handmade
barbecue
handmade
sauce,
socks. Hot sauce. Well, guys, I think we can probably start wrapping it up here now that we've got through our beers, and I know I have a whole case of these grapefruit wheat beers that I'm going to go and absolutely demolish because they're so good. For reference, the White Sox, Jared, are up right now, I believe 4-1, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. Last time I checked, yes, that is correct.
So the White Sox are up right now.
Just took a 6-1 lead.
Excuse me. The Sox are now up 6-1 at the top of the sixth, 3 outs. The Mets, how are the Mets doing, Luke?
The Orioles.
6-1. They just took a 6-1 lead.
Okay. Nice. Oh, no, it's 6-2, bud. 6-2.
Shit.
6-2.
Yeah, 6-2. But the New York Mets are currently up 6-2 against the Pirates, and the Chicago White Sox are currently up against the Baltimore Orioles in the.
Well, we're Royals fans tonight, boys.
So that'll do it for us, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Short Sniper down there, for tuning in and dropping in comments. Great show. Thanks for the shout out. Yes, absolutely. No, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Adam, our awesome COO of the Lounge Room Network, for tuning in. My friend Liam, Ryan, excuse me, BP Anderson 985 at the beginning there was tuning in as well. To all of the individuals who commented, dropped in some comments, and interacted with us tonight, of course, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to sit down and talk beer with you guys, and to do the thing that the three of us obviously love to do, which is be degenerate alcoholics every Friday night, is always such a great, beautiful thing.
Yes.
Could not have asked for a better group of guys to share that.
Dude, we're doing it for analytics, dude.
We're doing it for analytics.
We're here
Look,
3 weeks. 3 weeks we'll be doing training camp beer reviews. We're 3 weeks away.
That is true.
I'm ready.
I can't wait for those beer reviews to come. If especially after Bears losses, those are going to be rough. Hopefully, we don't have to.
Hey, Juan, just so you know, Luke, you're in this too. I'm pulling you in this. Win or lose, we still booze. There's only 17 weeks. We're either going to be doing victory chugs, loss chugs. Either way, we're still doing it. I'll cry
after every game.
Yeah.
After every game.
We'll see.
Now, there's only 17
we'll see.
of them. It's not like baseball where we have 5 a week.
Hey, no, don't call me out. Don't call me out like that. Don't call me out like that.
Juan's knocking down 5 chugs a week. I got to catch up, dude. I literally come home. I come home from work. I get out of my truck, and my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm going in the garage to chug a beer with Juan really quick on the internet."
Holy
on the internet.
The good thing is, though, she knows. She's like, I work for a brewery. She's like, you do you.
Oh my God! I just see you just sneaking away into your garage to go grab that beer. Your wife catches you. Where are you going? Oh, I gotta go chug.
Yeah. And she's like,
all right. This has been another beer review on Mugs and Chugs Lounge. You can follow me at Lounge Room Press 1. Follow Luke at lberry_40. Follow Jared at Mr. Smith 8201. Of course, follow Austin, our guy who our day one guy over there at Pod Guy Fugues. Follow the page at Mugs Chugs Lounge, and of course, give the network some love at Lounge Room Net. This beer review on this beautiful Friday night has been powered by our friends over at Fanatics and at One Call Technology. Gentlemen, you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe. Drink plenty of cold beer tomorrow. Like I said, I will be at Wrigley. Hopefully, I don't burn to death as I'm walking in through those gates.
You wearing White Sox gear?
I am not wearing White Sox gear. I was told I was no. I made a promise. I made a promise to the guy who's taking me into this exclusive area of Wrigley that I will not wear any Southside gear at Wrigley.
Wear white socks.
I will wear white socks. Have a good weekend, everyone. Stay safe, and we will see you all very soon.
Everybody. Have a great weekend.
And cheers. Yes, sir. Cheers.